What's up, meditators? David Hans Barker here for the Yogi Lab, and we've just had our first month of meditation after we've launched our app, or at least a few days short of the first month. So thank you very much for everyone who's joined and started meditating with us. I just wanted to take a bit of time to be able to come back and reset what we're doing as a company and what we're doing as a group of meditators. As you can see, we took a break for quite a bit of time, about 3.5 years, putting anything out. And that's mainly because we just wanted to refocus the company completely on helping people to be able to do powerful group meditations. Our mission is really simple, is that we want to teach people to meditate effectively, and we want to bring people together to be able to produce this Maharishi Effect around the world, to be able to produce more powerful group meditations where meditators get to connect and get to be able to actually put the power of their meditation into action. And if you're wondering why this is so important, the main thing I wanted to talk about this month is the power of group meditation. Some of you may have heard of the Maharishi Effect, so you're very familiar with this. But if you haven't, what it basically means is that studies have been done to be able to show that when a group of meditators come together, that are a certain size of the population, in particular, the square root of 1% of the population, and they meditate deeply, they can actually shift and have an effect on the state of the area. Now, this has been tested in multiple areas before. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, this may sound like woo-woo nonsense. This may sound like some new age rubbish, but it really isn't. Go and look into it. Go and look into the studies. And what you want to search is, you want to search the places these have been done. One, you need to know it's called the Maharishi Effect. Two, it's been studied in America, in major cities. It's been studied in Mozambique. It's been studied in the Philippines, and it's been studied with football teams in the UK. With Leicester City. So this is something that's been quite widely tested, and it actually makes perfect sense, right? Those of you who want to get a full explanation of each of those different examples, go to the meditation talk that we're going to link in the bio in the description here, and I talk about it on one of the courses, and I go through each of those examples, and I explain the benefit that it's had in each of those areas, except for the Philippines. I don't talk about it, but you can search that one online. The common sense perspective here is really simple. If you've meditated for any length of time, you realize that, okay, I start to meditate and I start to clear up my mind. I start to clear up my consciousness. And then by clearing up my mind, that has an effect on myself. That has an effect on my being, that has an effect on my emotions, on my body, everything like that. And by clearing up myself, I start to clear up my life. And by clearing up my life, I start to clear up all the things that I'm connected to. It just makes perfect sense. It's super easy. It's super intuitive to be able to realize how meditation benefits us. All these studies do is they show that that doesn't end with you alone. If we collectively get together, we produce a bigger field. We produce a bigger resonant effect, and we start to be able to change more in our environment consistently. And that's basically what the Maharishi Effect teaches us. And that's what we need to be able to do consistently. We need to be able to get together, have deep meditations, and start to allow that effect to be able to spill out and affect the environment around us. And I loved everything we were doing with Yogi Lab before. Some of it was fun. We were collaborating with good people. We had great people on the team. We had a really nice group of people that we used to be a community with. But the reality of the matter is, none of those things were the reason that I started the company. The reason I started the company was very simple, is that Vipassana meditation and meditation in general had changed my life. And I'd had an amazing time exploring lots of different forms of meditation, testing them and seeing which one worked best. And it had such a big effect on me, such a profound effect on my life, on my family, on my finances, on all the things that I created and built, my friend group, that I wanted to share that with the world. And I wanted to make sure that we continued this tradition of getting powerful meditation for free out to everyone. And so we just took a bit of time just to reset and say, that's what we're going to do with Yogi Lab. And so that's where we are now. So for all of you who've joined our Vipassana Yogi Lab meditation app, we're starting with doing two things. One of those is to be able to give you deep meditations every month. Now we've hosted our Vipassana courses on the Yogi Lab app, so we can't be shut down by external platforms. We can't be interfered with. We've got it there hosted up on the app, and you can use it every month. We have 10-day courses running from the 11th of the month to the 22nd of the month. So thank you for everyone who participated in the June group. We appreciate you. And now we've got the July group about to come up. So if you want to join, then do that. And remember, even if you're not going to do the full course, even if you're just going to do a few hours a day and you still need to work or look after your kids, we've got a schedule for you. That's the Workplace Warrior schedule, where you can do your meditation hours in the morning and you can do your meditation hours in the evening, and you've got the break in the middle of the day to be able to catch up with the rest of your responsibilities. So check it out. Don't feel like you're limited if you do have full-time responsibilities and you need to go to work. The second thing that is super important to us is obviously bringing together groups of meditators, because it's all well and good practicing on your own. It's an amazing thing for you to be able to practice and get the benefits of meditation. But for us to have that mass effect on our area, and also eventually that mass effect on the whole world, we need to come together and meditate. So what our app is building towards is starting to connect groups of meditators, even if they're not our groups. We don't have to run them. We don't care about that. It's just connecting you meditators together so you can form your own groups and meditate in your area. And that way, we're going to start spreading that positive effect to everyone. So just so you know, that's the direction we're going in with the app. We're going to be adding more functions about that. Every month I'm going to come back. I'm going to do another meditator update. I might make them weekly as well, depending upon how much activity we've got and how busy I am myself. And we're going to start telling you the new features that we've got coming out, how to use them, how to engage with the app correctly. On the next update, I'll go through the app more point by point, so you can see the reasons that we've built what we've built and how to be able to use them for best effect for you. But for now, for all of the meditators that have joined, thank you very much for helping us to contribute to the global Maharishi Effect. I've got some information for you, some stats about how many meditation hours you put in the first month, so I'll read those in a minute. So if you're wondering how things have gone on the first month on the app, I've got some information for you here. We had 449 meditators join, so if you're one of those, thank you very much. We have the total meditation hours we've produced. We have produced 33,425 meditation minutes, which is 557 hours and 5 minutes. So congratulations to anyone who's contributed towards that. Thank you very much. We're starting to be able to work towards producing that global Maharishi effect. Out of those hours, we have the continent stats. And in North America, we have 102 meditators who have produced 251 group hours. Second place is Europe. 125 meditators who produced 223 group hours. Third is Asia, which is just very, very slightly behind Europe, which is 227 meditators and also 223 group hours, but they're slightly over with the minutes, because Europe has 13,420 points and Asia has 13,380 points. So Europe is slightly ahead of Asia. Asia, let's see if we can creep ahead and beat them this month. I'm in Asia too, so I'll start adding my points to that. All right, Africa has 23 meditators, so less meditators, but 21 group hours, so well done. 1,289 points. Oceania, 22 meditators, so just slightly behind Africa, and 19 group hours. And then South America, we have 8 meditators and we have 15 group hours. So a good bit of work done across the month by everyone. Thank you to everyone in particular who joined the 10-day course and added your hours to that. And our top 3 meditation contributors are Maharani, who has 53 hours, 24 minutes under her belt. Congratulations, Maharani. Well done. Eva, who has 40 hours and 32 minutes under her belt. And Tanya Tharp, who has 37 hours and 40 minutes. So to all of you who've added to our global Maharishi hours, I just want to say thank you from Yogi Lab and thank you from the world. And these numbers are going to seem a little bit silly in a year. We're going to be able to watch this back and see how many we've got and see how quickly we've crept up that curve and we've got more people doing deep group meditations. But it's a good place to start. It's good to know that we're not alone. More people are meditating around the world and we're starting to clock in these hours. So thank you for being a part of that. What I also want to use these meditator updates for are to let you know what's going on in the meditation world. So this last week, what we did is we ran another group meditation. You've probably seen some of the content on our Instagram page. We ran a meditation with about 300 people. They came on site at the Astana. So thank you very much to BMC who helped us to run that event. Thank you to the monks who came to teach, and in particular to Longpi Pradit. And thank you to Benz from BMC who helped to organize the team. But most importantly, thank you to all you 300 meditators who came and put a bit of time on the mat meditating with us. And I heard some of your feedback as well from this and from some of the other meditation events that we've run, which is that when we come together to meditate, a lot of the time it's caught up in ceremonial things, like the start of the events, the announcements. Was what we actually want to be doing when we're coming together with that many people is using the opportunity of a few hundred people in the same place to meditate more. So then we can add more of this power to the engagement. And that's what we're going to do moving forward. So as we start to run more and more group events, we're going to spend more and more time meditating. What I'll do is, as we run these events, I'll leave a bit of time at the beginning. So if people want to show up early and just start meditating, they can. And I'll make sure that the main program of the event actually allows us to get more time on the mats. And what you can do as well is, I know at the Astana, generally speaking, we're banning the phones and you can't use them. But what I'll do is, whether it's at the Astana or somewhere else, so you can bring your phone in and use your Yogi Lab timer so you can start to clock the Maharishi hours that you're adding up while you come on site. I'm also thinking of running regular group meditations at the Astana. The problem is that most of you know I'm not always here in Bali, so I'm not here to run them myself. But if there are people in Bali that want those regular group meditations, then just message it in the comments, let us know. And if there's enough people, then I'll start leaving the hall open at the Astana for regular weekly meditation group sits. And if there's enough of us, daily meditation group sits. We can all come together. I'll probably play a video of a meditation teaching. You can come and sit. You can use your meditation timer when it's time to be able to start the meditation, and we can start to clock up regular hours here in Asia to see if we can creep past Europe on the scoreboard. And as you can see, one of the functions that we've added is we've added communities and groups. So the communities are basically the official location-based groups. So you've got your Asian group, and then within Asia, you've got your Indonesian group. Then within Indonesia, you've got your Bali group. So we narrow it down like that. We've got continents, countries, cities, regions. I know Bali's not a city, but it's basically like one big community. So we've got it on there. So if you're in Bali, then join the Bali community, start to message in there. We're going to see the messages and just let us know that you want a place to be able to do group sits. And I'll leave the Astana open to be able to do that. We've got it here. So come by. It will be completely free. I'm not going to charge for any group meditations. Come by, meditate, use your timers, and make sure we start to overtake those Europeans on the scoreboard. The next thing I want to announce is the next big group meditation we've got coming up isn't a 300-person meditation. It's a 1,000-person meditation, and it's in Sanur this time. I think Sanur Beach Club or something like that. We're partnering again with the monks from BMC, and we're going to be able to have a few talks there, a few meditation practices, and we're going to be able to sit for a little bit longer. So you can come earlier, we can meditate for about half the day, we can start to clock up those hours. Anyone who wants to join, just check out the details that are in this video. They're going to be posted here somewhere. You can also click on the link that allow you to be able to get the tickets that will be put in the description or the caption of this social media post, whether you're watching it on YouTube or Instagram. It will vary based on that. We'll probably put it in our link tree in our bio as well for you to be able to chase it down and find up about it. That's on July 4th, so Independence Day. If you want independence and liberation from your complexes and habit patterns, then go and sit with the monks in Sanur. I'm going to do my best to make it back to Bali by then and be there, but if I'm not, then I'll be there in spirit and I'll be meditating at the same time anyway. Finally, what I want to add before I go away is that if any of you have any meditation questions, any meditation topics that you want us to talk about and to be able to come together over, or if any of you have any announcements that you want to make for meditation events that you know about, they don't have to be in Bali, they can be globally, then send them in to us. Just send them either to support@YogiLab or to our Instagram page, and all you need to put in the top line is Maharishi Effect. And if you put Maharishi Effect in the top line, we know it's going to be about something to do with a meditation question that you want to talk about, or something to do with a meditation event that you want to announce that you want us to talk about on the podcast. And if you're a meditator with a deep experience that wants to talk about the power of your meditation, that's another thing we want to start doing. You don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to be a famous meditator. If you're someone who's really benefited from meditation and you want to tell the world about it, we're going to start connecting with more meditators and bringing them together and starting to be able to have conversations to be able to show actually how regular it is to be able to tap into the power of deep meditation. And then, obviously, we want to be able to take that power of individual deep meditation and spread it to the groups. So if you're in Bali, come and join us in Sanur, or even if you just feel like you feel the calling and you want to jump over and catch a flight, then July 4th, we're going to be in Sanur. I think the official event time is in the evening, but you can come any time of the day and start to just be able to build up the Maharishi effect in the area. As always, meditators, I appreciate you. There is nothing more difficult than doing the deep inner work, and doing it for the purpose of changing the world is even more noble. So I applaud you for taking part in that. I'm happy myself to be back and doing this. I know I took a bit of time out. I'm not much of an online person, but I think coming back to bring people together to be able to produce the power of group meditation is a worthwhile cause. So I promise you that I'll keep on doing this now until the day that I die. Much love to all of you. We will be back again soon with another Meditator update. Meditation Dave, checking out.